Hey, good evening, little brother. You asked about some of my other hobbies and if I would show them off. This is my little makeshift ham radio station. Let me zoom in here and give you an idea what some of these are. Right there on top, the silver D104 microphone. I've had that for quite a few years. And then a little find I have got at a estate sale is a World War II key, like a Morse code key. Obviously the cord on the back is new and been replaced from the old set, but that's part of the radio here. And here, this is my worldwide radio, an ICOM IC737. It's a beautiful radio and really does a good trip, and it's lots of fun. Power supply, and there's the faceplate. I think it's pretty much just white on your end, but it goes with this little radio here. It is a, come on, focus, focus. Well, I don't think it's going to focus. It's an FTM 100D, as in David. And that faceplate goes on the front of that radio if you want it to. But I've got it on the extension so that I can mount it on the dash of our new car. And don't have to have the whole radio sitting up on the dash. The radio can sit down on the floorboard on between the two front seats. There's the power supply that goes with the radio to make it work in the house. And it's all connected to a 2-meter 440 antenna outside on the front porch. This radio here and the power supply I got from Al, who is now a silent key, which means he has passed away. His call sign was W7LAH. Very nice man. Took me under his wing and just kind of helped me understand a little bit more about ham radio. I love this stuff. I don't know if you remember when Dad and all of us had the J.C. Penney Pinto base station set up in Dad's bedroom, and there was an antenna on the end of the house between our house and Margaret, her house, and used to come home and I would play on that radio until Dad got home, and he always knew where I would be. I'm not out running around, but at home playing on the radio, and that's where I got my start. Uncle Cecil, yeah, I don't know if you remember him, lived out there between Sheridan and Willamina, is the one that kind of got Dad and I started in the whole CB radio and ham radio stuff years ago. And I finally got my ham radio license back in '96, and I've been a working ham ever since then. Yeah, I got sick and tired of CB radio with all that trash talk out there. Not something kids need to listen to, or anybody else for that matter. At one time, CB radio was a good means of talking back and forth, and even today, if you can get on sideband up on a mountaintop, you can talk for miles and make some good contacts. That's what really pushed me into getting into ham radio, plus a group of friends of mine in the Reno area we all decided that we were sick and tired of CB, so we all got together, studied for the test, went down and took the test together. And that's basically how I got started. And when I lived in Reno, and then I brought it all home with me. The antenna for this worldwide radio that I keep showing you is a huge antenna, and I can't really put it up here where I am at now because we are just renting this little house. If Carol and I get a chance to, we're going to buy our own place, hopefully with a little bit of property, and that way I can put up the antenna and get it up in the air where I want it to be and get back on the worldwide radio. Let me see if I can zoom in on this faceplate. Nah, looks like it's just going to be showing white. There we go. That's what that one looks like on the face. I gotta do some adjustments to it because the clock isn't actually working the way it should. Need to reprogram that. But yeah, got my monitor in the back.